South Africa, South Africa, why are you so easy to be deceived? Most South Africans are deceived politically, socially, and religiously. Why can't more South Africans wake up and stop voting for these so called politicians? They don't care about you, and the only thing they care about is power and your votes. There might be some few politicians who have their hearts for the people, but the majority don't. Take it in this way. There are politicians who are good and are doing well for the people. There are politicians who are doing good, but the deception of money and greed corrupted them along the way. There are politicians who are not good. They are not doing and will never do well for the people. But in order for you to know them very well, then that is very simple. You check their fruits of the past, present, and future. Analyze what they have done in the past, the present, and then you might be able to predict what they may do in the future. But people change, and that cannot be guaranteed. There is this politician named Gayton McKenzie. We all know that Gayton McKenzie was arrested back then for armed robbery crime.
Gayton McKenzie, sentenced to 10 years for armed robbery. He's served 6 years.
Several years later, he then tried to be a changed man. He came up with a political party called the Patriotic Alliance. He then developed it and led it towards the 2024 election, where it came out as number 6 with 2.6% and 9 seats. Afterwards, he was appointed as a Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture by President Cyril Ramaphosa. He wasn't looking for it, but rather a Home Affairs or a police ministerial position. The motive behind was that he wanted to clean South Africa by removing illegal foreigners. But the one he always have been vocal and the most about are Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, Malawians, and Nigerians. Gayton had the plan to chase them away from South Africa, and in fact, he hoped to be a president. People voted for him. All people voted for him, blacks, Indian, whites, colored, etc. Many would say that it is the colored that voted for him the most. But what I can tell you is that for you to get many votes in South Africa, you need the majority, who are the blacks. And that's why the ANC has always won over and over again and gained the upper hand over the decades. Gayton has a slogan known as abahambe, meaning they must go. In most of his rallies, you will be seen shouting, abahambe, abahambe.
Abahambe, abahambe, abahambe.
I've been analyzing Gayton McKenzie and have seen that he's no different from all these politicians who are corrupt and only care about themselves. In fact, they are the same. Gayton once said in the video that he only entered the political space because of power. He said it pridefully that he is there only for power.
People want positions, people want power. I'm in politics for power. You are too used to politicians that lie to you. I'm in politics for power, make no mistake. I'm here for power, unashamedly, power. That's why I'm here.
This shows that he is only there for power and money. Before the 2024 national election, Gayton McKenzie was seen at the Limpopo border, moving all around the banks of the Limpopo River. There is also a video of him chasing Zimbabweans from crossing. There was also another one taken at night.
They are going back. Abahambe! You don't just talk. Yeah, bye-bye. Don't come
More
back.
than 40 illegal crossing the river here. Look.
I'm part again of the night shift team. We've got hundreds of people on this border. There's no one here. From the Border Management Authority, we don't see soldiers here. There's no one here. Our country is naked.
After the election, Gayton McKenzie is no longer seen trying to stop Zimbabweans at the Limpopo River. What happened? What went wrong? Was it just a stunt to get votes? Was it just an act to win the Home Affairs ministerial position? Is it because he got the ministerial position and quit? Or did he just got tired? Where are you, Gayton? I've been looking for you at the Limpopo River, but you are nowhere to be found. And those people you pretend that you were chasing away, now they are getting in freely. Not long ago, Gayton came up with a job post. In that post, he said that he only needed the whites, the colored, the Indian, but he excluded the blacks. He was criticized over it, but he said that he is creating employment equity, meaning that he is representing all the race. What a new definition of employment equity. Wake up, black people, if you voted for McKenzie. He doesn't care about you as a black community. The unemployment rate has affected all race in South Africa. Why exclude one race from the job post? All South Africans must benefit from such opportunities, regardless of race and background. If you care about all South Africans, then why not give equal position to each race? You exclude black people from your job post when you yourself was helped by black people. A black president appointed you, Gayton McKenzie, even without the qualification of becoming a minister of sports, arts and culture. Someone who has a degree for such a job like that could have been appointed, but a black president appointed you. Gayton again openly said that countries like Burkina Faso and other African countries cannot tell us what to do as South Africa, but the only country that can tell us what to do is the United States, because they give us billions.
Burkina Faso can't tell us what to do here. They can't ask us questions because there's absolutely nothing they give us. America is giving us billions and billions and billions.
Gayton said that he'd rather be the backside leaker of America. So in other words, Gayton is saying that whoever give him more money, then he will leak his or her backside, meaning that he will do everything he is ordered to do.
Now try to be popular here. They can call me an ass leaker of America. I will be an ass leaker.
So Gayton, if you become a president and an organization gives you billions and asks you to delete some of the citizens of your country, then you will do it, will you? Because they gave you billions. If an organization give you billions to make people suffer, then you will take the billions and make people suffer. Wow, what a politician you are. South Africans, wake up. This man will rather lick the backside of America. When Gayton said abahambe to foreigners, he was referring to black Africans, because he is not for any black South Africans. He doesn't care about you as black South Africans. There is a British settler who came into South Africa nearly 2 decades ago. His name is Phill. Now, Phill is a foreigner who opened a party called the Referendum Party, which is the party that is on the mission for a Cape independence. This Phill wants to separate the Western Cape province and make it independent from South Africa.
Cape independence!
This is a man who wants to split a country apart. When black people fought hard for this country during the apartheid era, this Phil Craig was in Britain and enjoying his life there. And all of a sudden, more than 2 decades later, he wants to claim South Africa.
No, the Cape is ours.
Yeah, it's our yard, and if you don't like it, leave. Well, who's he talking to? The people of the Western Cape. This is our home. We belong here. Many of us have been here for generations and generations and generations. Many of us are the indigenous people of the region. And we're asking for all people, regardless of their race, religion and culture, to have this vote to say, do we want to stay in South Africa or not? So
the sad thing is that there has been petitions for the government to revoke his South African citizenship and be deported back to where he come from. But our government has been quiet about this issue.
We are freeing the Western Cape from the Cape Independence Party. We want them to pack their bags and get the hell out of town. So this is my friend Julian. We have a petition over here to have Phill Craig deported back to where he came from.
What a disgrace of a government we have. This guy must have been deported long time ago, but they are letting him. The same Gayton who has been saying abahambe to black Africans is now quiet. I'm not surprised. They might be drinking tea together behind closed doors. Gayton, who always said abahambe to black Africans, should have been the very first one to be vocal about this issue. He was dedicated to make Chidimma Adetshina leave South Africa. He was determined to make Zimbabweans, including Nigerians, Malawians, and Pakistans, to leave the country. I'm talking about poor black Africans who don't even have millions in their bank. But when such a man with money from Britain, then Gayton McKenzie is quiet with his slogan of abahambe, abahambe. Gayton, why are you quiet on the Phil Craig issue? Why can't we see you doing abahambe, abahambe to Phil Craig? Has Phil Craig offered you money to keep quiet? Do you drink tea with Phil Craig behind closed doors? Are you afraid of the British man? Are you a man who stands with the white people irregardless of the flops they make? Gayton, if you cannot say abahambe, abahambe to Phil Craig and use your power as a minister to get him deported, then I hope next time when you are campaigning, then you will no longer say abahambe, abahambe to the black Africans. Because if you do that, then it shows that you are never for the black community as well. And you are not interested in protecting the citizens of this country, but you are only after positions in government. If we had an opportunity to become animals, then you would have been a two-headed snake. If you don't take action in the Phil Craig issue, just as you did to black Africans. Gayton, remember that as a changed man that you claim you are, you never climbed the ladder of parliament all by yourself. It wasn't only the colored and the white community that gave your party their votes. The black South Africans are a force that propelled you to where you are. You made a party that has a slogan of abahambe. I hope you will make sure that abahambe applies to everyone, irregardless of their skin, status, and background. People have been calling left and right, including Action SA, for Phil Craig citizenship to be revoked and deportation to take place. But you, Gayton, your abahambe has gone silent like a dead mosquito. Phil Craig must be deported back to his country. He must go and divide London. He must go back and make Britain independent. South Africans, wake up and realize the damage that Phil Craig has come to do. South African government, wake up and deal with this man. The United States confirmed Ibrahim Rasool persona non grata and deported him back to his country. Why can't you do the same with Phil Craig? What is it that is special about him? Is this really a banana republic?